President of Naga People's Front, Dr. Shirozile Lejochu, on Tuesday made a statement that NPF party has no intention to merge with other political parties, whilst reiterating that NPF is the party of the Nagas. President commented that a selfish-minded leader is not a real leader, rather one who upholds and sticks to party's principles is a true leader of the people. Speaking on outing incident, Army General Chief Manoj Pandey on Monday stated that investigation into December 4 firing incident in Mon district has been completed and report is now undergoing legal scrutiny. During an interaction with a journalist, he suggested that standard operating procedures and drills could be refined based on the findings of the report. Core Committee of Parliamentary Committee on Naga Political Issue was revised on Monday. As per notification issued by Home Department Committee, will be led by Chief Minister Nipirio as convener, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Paton and UDA Chairman T.R. Ziliang as co-conveners and Minister for Planning, Parliamentary Affairs and Spokesperson Neba Kruno as Member Secretary. NSCNIM leadership and Government of India's interlocutor A.K. Mishra likely to hold meeting on the prolonged Naga political talks in Delhi this week. According to sources, a delegation of NSCNIM leaders have already reached Delhi, while more were expected to arrive the national capital soon. After first phase of its education tour under Agnato administration, the Eastern Sumi Students' Union has questioned Nagaland government's report of excess teachers when there is acute shortage of teachers in the state. Union, in a press release issued on May 9, has expressed dismay at the school education department and the state government for poor management system. Good evening, viewers. You are watching English Primetime News. This is Emily Sanlai Imchen. So let's begin with details now. To begin with details, I would like to mention that our Union Home Minister Amit Shah has reached Guwahati, Assam, and he is celebrating the first year commemorating Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma's government, and we will be showcasing now the live visuals from Guwahati. Let's have a look at it.
उत्तर पूर्व की सभी राजधानियां रेल से जोड़ जाएगी। वो दिन दूर नहीं है कि हमारा असम बाढ़ मुक्त हो जाएगा। हेमंत जी भी थे। हमने शिलोंग के अंदर इसरो के साथ एक मीटिंग करी थी। नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए विकास के लिए मोदी जी ने एक अलग इसरो का साहस यहां पर शिलोंग में करा है। मैं पदेन इसका चेयरमैन हूं। पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट की टोपोग्राफी को देखते हुए पानी को मैदान में कहां संग्रहित करा जा सकता है, लाखों करोड़ों गैलन के तालाब कहां बनाए जा सकते हैं, ब्रह्मपुत्र और बाकी नदियों के पानी को बाढ़ से तबाही मचाने की जगह इरिगेशन और पीने के पानी में कैसे उपयोग लिया जा सकता है, इंडस्ट्री के लिए कैसे उपयोग में लिया जा सकता है, इसका प्लानिंग हो रहा है। और मित्रों में वो तभी हो सकता है जब हमारा लक्ष्य विकास, हमारा लक्ष्य आंतरिक समस्याओं को उलझाना न हो। मित्रों, मेरा मुख्यमंत्री जी से आग्रह है कि आईआईटी के जल इंजीनियर, एनवायरमेंट एक्सपर्ट और सरकार के दोनों सरकारों के प्रतिनिधियों को मिलाकर इस पर एक कमेटी बनाए। वैसे उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री जी के हाथ से अमृत सरोवर की योजना पहले ही घोषित कर दी है। कितना 3000 बना रहे हो ना, 3000 बड़े तालाब आसाम के अंदर जल संचय की दृष्टि से एक बहुत बड़ी क्रांति लाए। जब उनका ये स्टेटमेंट दिल्ली के अखबारों में छपा, अनेक लोगों ने मुझे फोन किया कि हेमंत विश्व शर्मा ये कर पाएंगे क्या? 3000 तालाब, बड़े तालाब सालों तक नहीं बनते। मैंने बोला हेमंत जी ने कहा है तो वो जरूर कर देंगे। और मित्रों, जो परिवर्तन आया इसका कारण हमारी सोच ऊर्ध्वगति की है। हमारी सोच संकुचित नहीं है, हमारी सोच प्रोग्रेस सकता है जब आसाम महान बनेगा, और आसाम तभी महान बन सकता है जब भारत महान बनेगा। ये बात हमने स्वीकारनी भी पड़ेगी और समझनी भी पड़ेगी। मैंने हेमंत जी को कहा है, 1 साल में आपने काफी काम करा है, मगर यहाँ एक फॉरेंसिक साइंस यूनिवर्सिटी का कैंपस खोलना है। उन्होंने कहा है कि हम जून तक सारी व्यवस्था कर देंगे। राष्ट्रीय रक्षा यूनिवर्सिटी का कैंपस भी आसाम के युवाओं के लिए खोलना है, इसके लिए भी पूरी व्यवस्था कर देंगे। और रक्षा से जुड़े हुए उपकरणों के उत्पादन के लिए अभी ही हमने बीएसएफ का एक छोटा सा यूनिट शुरू किया है, परंतु रक्षा उत्पाद के लिए भी आसाम की सभी पॉसिबिलिटीज को हम तराशने के लिए गृह मंत्रालय आसाम सरकार के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर करेगा। मित्रों, हमने जो वादे किए हैं वो सारे वादों को हमने पूरा किया है। अब तक श्रेणी 3 और 4 की 2 पदों के लिए 2 भर्ती आयोग पहले ही स्थापित किए जा चुके हैं। जब हमने कहा था कि 2 लाख लोगों को नौकरी देंगे, लोग मजाक उड़ाते थे। मैं नाम देना नहीं चाहता। आसाम को बांटने वाले एक नेता ने कहा था कि 2 लाख का स्वप्न कैसे सिद्ध करोगे। मेरा नाम लेकर के आया था, क्योंकि घोषणा पत्र को घोषित करने के लिए मैं आया था। मैं आज उनको बताना चाहता हूं कि पहले ही साल में 23,000 लोगों को नौकरी देने का काम हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा सरकार ने पूरा कर दिया। हमने वादा।
So viewers, moving to the next story, we have a fresh turn in the story of Nagaland's biggest coal scam. The Directorate of Geology and Mining, Government of Nagaland, published an advertisement on May 7, 2022 for auctioning of Nagaland coal, to which the Tuli Area Coal Miner Contractors Association has rigidly declined and opposed the invitation. Not only that, TAMCA also accused the Directorate of having malefic intentions and cancelling and invalidating 19 NOCs with an order issued on March 31st, 2022. Tired and tested by the Directorate's controversial attitude, the union in its May 8, 2022 meeting unanimously resolved and affirmed to not cooperate with the G&M's auction of Nagaland coal scam. Here's more.
Auction activities of Nagaland coal creates controversy. Nagaland government issues advertisement inviting for auctioning of coal. Geology and mining inspection team visited Tuli sector. TACMCA strongly opposes Nagaland government's auction invitation. TACMCA claims Department of Geology and Mining has malefied intention. Advertisement published at behest of people with vested interest, claims TACMCA. TACMCA declares non-cooperation with operation of mining advertisement under Tuli. This time, the story is about the biggest coal mine in Nagaland, that is Tuli sector in Mokokchung. On May 7, 2022, the Nagaland Directorate of Geology and Mining published an advertisement inviting for the auctioning of Nagaland coal, to which the Tuli Area Coal Miner Contractors Association has strongly opposed and rejected the invitation of the Directorate. Tuli in Mokokchung is the biggest coal mine in Nagaland, which stores up to 50,000 metric tons of coal mine depot or stock, including coal under it. There are at least 5 coal mining leaseholders, 2 coal outsource licensees of different firms and individuals, along with 120 to 130 coal miners who are actively involved in coal mining business under Tuli sector in Mokokchung district, as confirmed by TACMCA President and Secretary. Let us take you back to March 31, 2022, prior to publishing of the auctioning advertisement, when the Directorate of Geology and Mining issued another order YD number DGM/Coal/Rec General/2022 for the cancellation and invalidation of all NOCs for rake outward booking of Nagaland coal from various loading inputs. TACMCA, pointing to this order, accused the Directorate of Geology and Mining of having malified intention. The association claimed that Geology and Mining Department arbitrarily and without any consultation cancelled and invalidated all 19 NOCs issued against 8 firms. The Geology and Mining Department sent an inspection team to Tuli sector on April 28, 2022. But why? Well, TACMCA alleges the Directorate's inspection team of only satisfying its eyes and confirming on the abundant availability of coal stock under Tuli sector. Meanwhile, on the same day, TACMCA requested the inspection team to pursue and press for revocation of March 31 order. However, to the association's surprise, state government through G&M Directorate published the advertisement on May 7, 2022, inviting for auctioning of the coal. TACMCA alleges the advertisement was published on the behest of some individual with vested interest. So what can TACMCA do now? Angst by the attitude of the Directorate, it held an emergency general meeting at Tuli town on May 8, 2022, wherein it reportedly discussed the department's advertisement and unanimously resolved and declared non-cooperation with the Directorate of Geology and Mining. The association also warned that if any firm, association or individual venturing and taking part in the alleged auctioning process and the subsequent execution of works would be doing so at their own peril. When Nagaland is amidst its prolonged Naga political issue, what will Nagaland government and the Department of Geology and Mining do with this coal scam now? Why did the Nagaland government and Department of Geology and Mining not listen to the request of the TACMCA? Why did the department publish the advertisement? To monitor this kind of scams is extremely tough. Will the Nagaland government show transparency? Only time will tell. Bureau Report, Nagaland TV.
The NSCNIM leadership and the Government of India's interlocutor A.K. Mishra likely to hold meeting on the prolonged Naga political talks in Delhi this week. According to sources, a delegation of NSCNIM leaders have already reached Delhi, while more were expected arriving the national capital soon. It may be noted that A.K. Mishra, during his recent visit to Nagaland, held several rounds of meetings with the NSCNIM leadership led by its General Secretary and Chief Negotiator T.H. Muiva. However, there were still some issues that needed to be worked out. As per sources, the centre was firm on resolving the decades-old Naga political issue by bringing an inclusive, acceptable and lasting solution. The Nagaland Congress President K.T. Ray has demanded for voter verification paper audit trial ballot paper for the upcoming 2023 Assembly elections. The President addressed a press conference on Tuesday in the office of the District Congress Committee office. During the press conference, K.T. Ray stated that it is the right of citizens to be satisfied that the vote is counted physically in favor of desired candidate and that EVM lacks transparency and neither voter can provide evidence that vote is not registered in favor of desired candidates, nor ECI can prove that vote has been registered in favor of desired candidates physically. While addressing about 21 NPF legislators' defection, he said that the Naga political leaders have been making excuses using the Naga solution and stated, should we tolerate another 5 years? He further said that he will be traveling to Udaipur for 3 days to have a serious discussion and strategy with his party members.
Duplicate EVM favoring the green seal paper, how it is packed, how it can be removed. It is also very simple because EVM wherein the seal paper wherein the polling agents also sign, and that is inserted in the EVM, and then it is the cover is closed, keeping the flap up, seals up, and then they pull it together. Then with another tape, there's EVM seal tape. They used to paste it with gum, and once that is removed, with little water on it, that gum can be removed, and then they can remove slowly the seal paper without breaking it. Seal paper is not required to be broken. Then seal paper can be again reinserted and used for another EVM. Oh, there's no difficulty in manufacturing duplicate EVM favoring some candidate. This is what we could see. And this 19 lakh EVM have been mainly used in cow belt, and where BJP think must win. So the demand from the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee, and we shall be raising to the nation, and also all the political parties in the nation, to support in our demand. We are going to demand that VVPAT ballot voting, that means when you go to the polling station, you have a balloting unit.
The Red Cross Society Tsiminyu branch, along with the rest of the world, observed Red Cross Day on May 8 at Rengma Student Office Union. The program was held under the theme Be Humankind. Tsiminyu Deputy Commissioner Dr. Sasekole Chuse graced the program as guest. Notably, after the conclusion of the program, gifts were presented to the elderly and destitute women on account of Mother's Day. President of the Naga People's Front, Dr. Shirozile Lejochu, on Tuesday made a statement that NPF party has no intention to merge with other political parties, whilst reiterating that NPF is the party of the Nagas. President commanded that a selfish-minded leader is not a real leader, rather one who upholds and sticks to party's principles is a true leader of the people. Dr. Shirozile furthermore stated that NPF party has served through high and low tides, and the party is growing stronger every single day. On the defection of the 21 party MLAs, the president commanded that the development is a blessing as the party has been given the opportunity to prepare for the future and more capable people can join the party. Dr. Shirozile alerted that there will be many people to mislead and confuse the party leaders, and therefore urged the leaders to stand strong on the principles. The president also added that the party has full faith on the leaders and that they would shine. President also made it clear that if often political parties wish to merge with the NPF, the doors are closed. The doors are open. Chief Minister Nipirio on Monday met Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi at Raj Bhavan, Guwahati. Notably, Rio apprised Mukhi of various issues pertaining to the welfare and development of the Nagaland. Meanwhile, Rio took down to Twitter and thanked Mukhi for his patient hearing and guidance. Furthermore, advisor to Chief Minister Abu Mehta, who accompanied Rio during the visit, also thanked Mukhi for his kind hospitality. The core committee of the Parliamentary Committee on the Naga political issue was revised on Monday. As per the notification issued by the Home Department, the committee will be led by Chief Minister Nipirio as convener, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Paton and UDA Chairperson T.R. Ziliang as co-conveners, and Minister for Planning, Parliamentary Affairs and Spokesperson Neba Kruno as Member Secretary. MPs Tokeho Yeptomi and S. Pangnon Konyak are also included in the members of the core committee. Notably, Minister G. Kaito Aye, Y.M. Yolo, Mutsubu Chamir, Advisors Noke Wangnao, H. Chubachang, R. King, MLA Imkong L. Imchen, Yita Chu, Soti Se Zaso, and Mikyung Nyungba Sangtem are the members from NDPP, while Minister P. Pangnu Pom, P. Paiwang Konyak, Jacob Jumomi, Advisors Muhonumo Kikon, and H. Haying are members from PJP. MLA Kuzoluzo Ninu, Dr. Nangshi Ke Au, Kizin Ye Kalo, and Krihio Lejuchu are the members from NPF. It may be mentioned that Independent Minister Thongpang Uzukam is also part of the committee. NPF Legislative Party leader Kuzoluzo Nino has been made the co-chairman of the United Democratic Alliance with the rank and status of cabinet minister. Nagaland Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi conferred the rank upon Nino. Notably, Azo will now co-chair the UDA with T.R. Ziliang, who along with 20 other NPF legislators joined the NTPP on April 29. Speaking on the voting incident, Army Chief General Manoj Pandey on Monday stated that the investigation into the December 4 firing incident in Mon district has been completed and the report is now undergoing legal scrutiny. During an interaction with journalists, he also suggested that standard operating procedures and drills could be refined based on the findings of the report. Pandey also stated that if some personnel have not followed the standard operating procedures and guidelines, actions as per the due process of military law will be taken. According to sources, when asked whether the army is changing any SOP, he replied that it is all part of the report and also stated that the process of addressing shortcomings would be based on the findings of the report. The army also described the incident as highly regrettable. The first Nagaland Edu Connect conclave has commenced at the Capital Convention Center in Kohima on Tuesday. Notably, the conclave was held under the theme Investment for the Future and was organized by the Investment and Development Association of Nagaland in association with the Northeast Education Council. It may be mentioned that the two-day conclave is held to attract prominent educational institutions to open their institution branches in Nagaland, which will serve as one-stop center for students to get first-hand knowledge about the various available institutions for further studies. While speaking at the inaugural program, the advisor of School Education and SCERT, K.T. Shukalu, stated that the Edu Connect conclave is an opportunity brought at the doorstep of the students' community. Therefore, he urged them to avail the given opportunity and make the best use of such platform at their disposal. On the other hand, while delivering his keynote, the advisor of Technical Education and Elections, Medo Yoka, lamented that the political unrest in Nagaland is stopping investors to invest in the state. Meanwhile, the Vice Chancellor of Mizoram University, Professor K.R.S. Sambhavisa Rao, gave a presentation on investment in the educational sector in Nagaland, while Vice Chancellor, Northeast Christian University, Dr. Darlando Kapting, presented the admission procedure for joining the Higher Education Institute of Learning.
Children are the greatest investment, and education occupies the most important and valuable deposit. I think that is a universal truth. And many countries across the world are trying to change the education system from the system of memorization to creative thinking and technical pursuits. And that is how the education system is moving forward. India in particular is in search of the new education policies announced recently, and we definitely need to move out of our colonial and imperial system of education, which makes most of our children go for white collar or blue collar government jobs and do not make us empowered to be able to proceed forward. Event, the Education Connect. Actually, education is not a mandate of IDAN, but we have been constrained to take it up when the proposal has come for some of the education institutions to invest in Nagaland, and where we can set up a lot of education institutions with outside investment, provided we give them land, and we are inviting them. But allowing that, we have in our radar setting up of institutes such as medicine, engineering, technical, digital management, and so on, including vocational skill building. So when the NEEC, the Northeast Education Council, an NGO, in which our consultant, Mr. Venkat Raju, is a member, have come up with this proposal for setting up this conclave, connect, or an event, we have readily accepted, and we are really grateful for all the participation of the departments and
The fire incident that took place on May 3 at Kifre Pungro village, where one house was completely razed by fire and two houses partially burnt, has garnered attention of the people from various areas. In the latest event, Deputy Speaker T. Yangsio Sangtam's newly appointed personal secretary, K. Chumsili Anar, has reached out to the victims of fire incident by donating certain amount of money and materials. The materials included books and school kitab for children. The third inter-ward football tournament, which started from May 4, 2022, entered its semi-final phase with Team Tilong, Sangtamla, Mungsanbai and Lichaba Lichen, namely the four semi-finalists. It is to be mentioned that the tournament was organized by the Marapkong Youth Association. The first quarter-final was played between Tilong and Marapkong. The second match was played between Penli and Sangtamla. The third and fourth quarter-finals were played between Marapkong and Tunsiyong Artang and Lichapa Lichen respectively. After long and constant prodding and directions from the Kohima bench of Guwahati High Court, the Nagaland government has assured that the Nagaland Staff Selection Board is ready to function now. As per an order issued by the Division Bench of Justice Song Kupchung Serto and Justice Nelson Sailo on May 9, the state government submitted to the court that even the office building for the board has been allotted. Furthermore, it was also observed that sufficient number of functionaries of the board have been appointed and some are on the way to joining the post either through deputation or redeployment. Moreover, the Kohima bench of Guwahati High Court has also directed the state government to conduct the recruitments at the earliest while deposing PIL filed on August 31, 2021. Eastern Nagaland College Students' Union has demanded the state government to make the Wakching New College functional by the academic session 2022. The ENSU, in a memorandum addressed to Chief Secretary, where the President Mankap Konyak and General Secretary Sangli Kamba Si Chang notified on the failure, so addressed the issue, would force the union to serve the ultimatum for which the department and authorities will be solely held responsible. The union also reminded that several representations have been submitted urging the authorities to appoint the faculty members, stating the functioning Wakching New Model College. However, ENCSU expressed disappointment over the same response from the department that the file was under P&AR department. In relation to this, the union questioned the government as to how long the file is going to be under the P&AR department. The union also stated that the people have been patient enough with the authorities playing the delay tactics games. The union further warned the government they will not sit silent to this ill treatment. Several houses, including the village school, have reportedly been damaged by a gale or strong winds in Teheke Block 4 in Dimapur on Sunday evening. Meanwhile, Nagaland TV team visited the village on Monday and assessed the damages. While talking to Nagaland TV, the locals cited that the village received the storm at around 5 to 6 p.m. on Sunday. The storm, which lasted for about an hour, damaged the village school, caused damages to some properties in the vicinity, and a number of trees also fell. However, no human casualties were reported in the calamity. Meanwhile, the school staff said that approximately 1 to 2 lakhs of school's property was damaged, and therefore exams could not be conducted and was postponed. The staff also added, as of now, help has been urged and therefore requested the government to help in repairing the school property. Minister for Planning and Coordination, Land Revenue and Parliamentary Affairs, Naga Kruno, inaugurated a command water reservoir tank for Kesha Keno village and Lishami village on the Peck district. Command water speaking at the program, Kruno stated that the command water reservoir tank was inaugurated on 9th of May in order to bring peace and prosperity in the village. Kruno expressed happiness over the coming together of Lishimi and Keja Keno village with mutual understanding, leaving aside the decades-old discord. Kruno also urged the Chakesang Public Organization to spread this positive development to other villages for peaceful existence. Kruno also acknowledged everyone for their effort in settling the decades-old conflict between Lishimi and Kesha Keno. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, on his second day of visit in Assam, announced that the centre will revoke the infamous Armed Forces Special Powers Act from all parts of Assam soon. Amit Shah on Tuesday, while presenting Assam Police the President's Kalart Award, stated that works are on to revoke the AFSPA from all parts of Assam. Shah, in his speech, congratulated Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma for bringing militant outfits to the peace. Shah further stated that AFSPA has been extended 17 times since its implementation in Assam in the 90s. The Union Home Minister also stated that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, AFSPA has been revoked from 23 districts and the act is most likely to be abdicated from all parts of Assam soon. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, while speaking at a tribal rally in Gujarat on Tuesday, expressed confidence that the Congress party will form the next government in Gujarat. Gandhi also slammed the Bharatiya Janata Party, accusing the Modi government of dividing India into two, one for the rich while other for the poor. Rahul Gandhi commented that in the BJP model, right of the poor people are snatched away by the few richy rich. Gandhi also stated that the BJP government will not give anything to the poor rather than snatching away everything that belonged to the poor. Rahul Gandhi also slammed Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying that Prime Minister Modi is doing to India what it did to Gujarat when he was the Chief Minister. After a rocket-propelled grenade was fired at the Punjab Police Intelligence Headquarters in Mohali on Monday, Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann said that those trying to disturb Punjab's peace will not be spared. He informed that some arrests have been made and the investigation is underway. Mann also held a meeting with Punjab Director General of Police V.K. Barwara and top officials of the intelligence wing and sought a report on the incident. The incident is being seen as a major intelligence failure as the office houses of the State Counter-Intelligence Wing, Special Task Force and some other units so no one was injured in the explosion, which political parties termed disturbing and shocking. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Tuesday termed the Mohali blast a cowardly act and said all culprits will be punished severely. The Aam Aadmi Party national convener said that the Punjab government will not allow people to disturb the peace of the state. Kejriwal added by saying that the peace will be maintained under all circumstances with the cooperation of all the people of Punjab. Meanwhile, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann said that police have begun an investigation into the Mohali blast, stating that those who attempted to spoil the atmosphere of the state will not be spared. Mann has called for a meeting at his residence with DGP and other senior officers to seek a report on the course of action taken so far. Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered condolences to eminent Santur player Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma's family after his demise, saying that his music will continue to enthrall the coming generations. Prime Minister Modi in his tweet said that our cultural world is poorer with the demise of Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharmaji. He popularized the Santur at a global level. His music will continue to enthrall the coming generations. I fondly remember my interactions with him. Condolences to his family and admirers. Om Shanti. Sharma, a musical legend who hailed from Jammu, passed away in Mumbai at the age of 84. Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma was an Indian composer and Santur player. He received the Padma Shri in 1991 and the Padma Vibhushan in 2001. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Maharashtra Governor of Bhagwat Singh Koshyari, Union Minister Jitendra Singh also extended condolences to the family of Pandit Shiv Kumar. The Lucknow bench of Allahabad High Court on Monday rejected the bail plea of Ashish Mishra in the Lakhimpur Kheri violence case and 4 others. Justice Krishna Pahal of the Lucknow bench of Allahabad High Court gave no relief to the accused and ordered the state government to present its side on the petition by May 25. The court said that political people holding high positions should not make irresponsible statements and need to conduct themselves in a manner befitting their status and the dignity of the office. Rejecting the bail pleas of Lav Khush, Ankit Das, Sumit Jaiswal and Shishupal, and apparently referring to the charge sheet, the court observed that all 4 accused were actively involved in the planning and participation of the heinous offence committed in a cruel, diabolic and inhuman manner and does not deserve bail. The The opening match of the 6th edition of Agape Cup 2022 kicked off on Tuesday at IG Stadium, Kohima. The inaugural function was graced by engineer Shale Nekia, who commented that Agape Cup is not only a promotion of football but a promotion of Christianity across the country through unity in sports. The tournament also provides a wholesome gathering of any form of Christianity around India to partake in the tournament and to glorify the Almighty God. Engineer Neka further encouraged the players by mentioning that the goal for each player must not be limited to winning the trophy alone, but it should go beyond and challenge oneself in becoming a national and international players under the guidance of Almighty God. Players from different states were urged to self-discipline, have proper diet and exercise, and to be passionate about the game. It may be mentioned that on the opening day, 5 matches were played where Nagaland, Kerala, Goa and Odisha won over their opponents, while in the last match, Kerala and Jharkhand ended the match with a draw 2-2. Matches on the second day are scheduled to start at 8:30 a.m. Altogether, 11 states, including Nagaland, are partaking in the 3-day football tournament.
Agape Cup is not only a promotion of football, but a promotion of Christianity across the country through unity of sports. It also provides the wholesome gathering of any form of Christianity around India to partake in the tournament and to glorify the Almighty God as one. What I came to know about Agape is that it is a national Christian football tournament. The reason for Agape is to bring players from across the country and to encourage, disciple, and make them understand that life goes on beyond football. The word agape symbolizes a person doing something selfless for another person through altruistic and unconditional love. When you all are here, you will not only play football, but you will all have a time of fellowship with the Lord, and will be given a leadership training so that when you go back home, you will go with something that is good leadership quality.
After a violent clash broke out between two communities late on Monday, tension gripped in Rajasthan's Bharatpur. Police were deployed in the area following the violence to maintain the law and order situation. Meanwhile, stone pelting has been reported, and during the violence, several vehicles have been damaged. The police have sealed the Mathura Gate area to deal with the perpetrators. Furthermore, the administration has stationed a heavy contingent of police in view of the tense situation. According to police, the clashes broke out after a court order in a 2013 case. Notably, clashes in 2013 broke out between two communities over meat shops in the vicinity. That year, the administration had intervened and ordered the closure of the meat shops. After this, people from both sides moved the court. On Monday, the court slapped a fine on one of the two parties. People belonging to the second party started celebrating following the court's order, leading to clashes. Police reached the area as soon as they learned about the matter and took control of the situation. Several people were taken into custody by the police for unleashing violence. BJP Dharmashala MLA Vishal Nihrai said that India's head coach Rahul Dravid will be participating in the Bharatiya Janata Party Yuva Morcha's National Working Committee session in Dharmashala, scheduled to be held from May 12 to May 15. The BJP MLA said that BJP President JP Naga, other party office bearers and union ministers will also be present for this event. Chief Minister Jai Ram Thakur will also participate in the three-day session. As many as 139 delegates from across the country will register their presence in the session. Journalist Danish Siddiqui, who lost his life while covering the conflict situation in Afghanistan, has been awarded the Pulitzer Prize for featured photography for his coverage of the COVID situation in India. Along with him, Reuters journalists Anant Abiti, Sana Irshad Matu and Amit Dave were awarded. The oldest college of Nagaland, Fazal Ali College, observed its 61st parting social on Tuesday. The event has been observed at the college auditorium. The program was held under the theme Longrasata Panzer, meaning wistful reminiscing. Notably, the program was divided into two sessions, which included a formal and an informal session. It is to be mentioned that the principal of college, Dr. Thamchen Wapang, in his speech wished luck and encouraged the students to fare well. Meanwhile, cosplays, drama, music and songs by the teachers and students marked the informal session on the valedictory program.
I'm from BS6 semester and I take sociology as my honor subject. Well, Fazal Ali College has given me the opportunity to do some new things and I'm so grateful for it. This college has developed my overall personality and I'm so thankful to all my teachers for it. So I would like to say that this college is the best college in Nagaland, and I also, encourage all the students of Nagaland to join this college. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Salome Chamir. I'm currently studying in basic semester and I take political science as my honor subject. Well, college life is one of the most remarkable and memorable times of a student life, and my 3-year stay at this college, Fazal Ali College, has been the most fruitful one because this college has brought me so many triumphs in my life that I'm really grateful for it. And our college motto rightly states that we're second to none, not only in academics but in co-curricular activities as well. Well, this college has helped me in building up all the confidence that I need in my life. And with the knowledge and the wisdom that I've gained in this college, I think and I believe that.
So viewers, you are watching English Primetime News with Mr. Limton. That's all we have for now.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.